Good morning. Glad you're with us on Mile High Living. I'm Gina Bellich. Well, cheers to all the moms this Mother's Day weekend. Later, some delicious dinner ideas that all center around my favorite drink, wine. But up first, the Integrated Health Center of the Rockies Clinic has changed the lives for thousands of type 2 diabetics, showing them how to reduce and eliminate the need for prescription medications and insulin. You can attend a free diabetic dinner event Tuesday, May 14th at 6 p.m. And joining us is Communications Director for the Integrated Health Center of the Rockies, Amanda Vargas. Welcome back.
Nice to see you.
All right, let's talk about this. So many type 2 diabetics work so hard to stay healthy, both with exercise and diet, and they do everything they're supposed to, yet they're still so frustrated. And it's also just a destructive disease. Why so much frustration? Why so much destruction?
Well, we find that diabetics are frustrated because they're not treated like individuals, but rather as a label, meaning they're treated like diabetics. And generally speaking, one diabetic is treated the exact same as another diabetic. So they're put on drug after drug, injection after injection, and then they're given very general health advice like lose weight, exercise more, and change your diet. So what we find is that these patients often lack the right information, so instead of getting better with time, they're actually getting worse, which means they have to take more medications and more injections just in an attempt to control their numbers. And all the while they're trying to control their numbers, they're still at a very high risk of experiencing one of the major health complications associated with type 2 diabetes, like kidney failure, heart attack, stroke, blindness, loss of a limb, maybe even loss of their life. So yes, diabetics are extremely frustrated, but they're equally living in fear, and they feel like they're ticking time bombs because of the inevitable.
The inevitable, absolutely, that many think is their only choice at this point.
Right.
So tell me and our viewers what your providers are doing differently.
Well, they start by treating each patient like an individual instead of just a diabetic. They work really hard on the front end of figuring out the root cause of the problem before they ever begin treatment. And when we say root cause, we're not referring to things like genetics, family history, diet, exercise, nothing like that, because there's so much more to the causes of diabetes than just those things. And what's really interesting is that there's so many diabetics who come to us who have different combinations of causes for why they have this disease, which means they have to be treated differently from one another, and that's exactly what we do.
All right, let's talk some results. So what kind of results are diabetics seeing at IHCR?
Well, our patients are reducing and eliminating the need for prescription drugs and insulin. They're losing weight without exercise, increasing their energy levels, achieving a better quality of life, and they're reducing and eliminating the risk factors associated with type 2 diabetes because they're reversing this disease, and many of them are becoming non-diabetic.
All right, you've got to hold that thought because that non-diabetic is a big deal. Let's tell everyone, first of all, there's this free diabetic dinner event that is coming up on May 14th. It's at 6 p.m. To see if you qualify, just go ahead. There's a number right there on your screen. Call that right now. Seating is limited. Let's get back now to reversing the disease. Is that what I heard you say?
You did, and we find that there's so many diabetics who will spend a lifetime just trying to manage this disease, and that fight fails them in a big way. But in our office, instead of getting worse with time, they're actually getting better. And instead of just managing this disease, they're reversing it. And again, many of our patients are achieving non-diabetic status.
And with that, you have some amazing success stories. We've got time for at least one.
Okay. So Bruce, just 2 months into the program, he went from an A1C of 8.0 to 6.0, which is pre-diabetic range. He lost almost 20 pounds. He dropped multiple pant sizes. He almost got off of his blood pressure medication in that time frame, and he got off of his statin and all of his diabetic medications in just 2 months.
2 months. Okay, so that's Bruce in 2 months.
Yeah.
What are typical results maybe for other people, especially if they're at home listening to this?
Well, of course, everyone is different, but I would say that many of our patients will see results within just a matter of a few weeks. And again, remember, this isn't your standard run-of-the-mill diabetic care plan, but rather a treatment program that's catered towards these individuals so that they can reverse their diabetes.
That's what every diabetic wants, for
Yes.
sure. So if any of what we've said today, especially the amazing way that Amanda does put it all out there, sounds interesting to you or someone you love or someone you're concerned about, this is what you need to do. Go ahead, call 720-739-2909 to learn how you can reserve a seat for Integrated Health's free diabetic dinner and seminar event. This is on Tuesday, May 14th at 6 p.m. Integrated Health Center of the Rockies paid for this segment. Stay with us.